the jurisdiction or not? हमारे सामने 185 में हमने ये भी तो देखना था।
जी देखिए,
whether the High Court exercises
it did not fully exercise its jurisdiction that it should have.
Don't 184.
So it should have exercised a greater jurisdiction than it did. I have before me a landmark judgment authored by my Lord Justice Kakad in the Balochistan High Court on the scope of Article 199, in particular 1C. 1C is a provision that is so often ignored. There are only two major judgments on 199 1C, one by my Lord Justice Kakad and the other by Sarmad Usmani Saab and Sabiuddin Saab in HRCP versus Government of Pakistan, which is 2009 Supreme Court. Now, these two judgments have held that under Article 199 1C, the jurisdiction of the High Court is vast. I'll come to how vast. And then this court has held that when an appeal comes from the constitutional jurisdiction of a High Court under 199 to the Supreme Court under 185.3, the Supreme Court exercises not only the entire expanse of the Article 199 jurisdiction, but on top of that, the Supreme Court also exercises 184.3 and 187. मैं case law आपके सामने रखूंगा. Therefore, when a matter comes in 185.3 to the Supreme Court is not hampered by any technical restraint, any procedural restraint. The Supreme Court can rely on 184.3 and the Supreme Court can rely on 187. What is the scope of 187? Usme bhi main aunga, ek lame mein. So kindly allow me to place this entire body of law, which is there in this judgment. It is there, kindly see the footnotes. So this judgment of the majority and the judgment authored by Justices Isa and Mandokhel, they have relied on this entire body of case law to say that there was a constitutional deviation in the conduct of these elections and in the declaration of the affiliations of the returned candidates, which has to be corrected. So there are two levels of correction that have come about. One is the level of correction adopted by my Lord Justice Mandokhel and Justice Faiz Isa, as he then was, and the other is the slightly more expansive level of correction adopted by the 8-member majority. But both in theory, in principle, have done the same thing. They have both recognized the deviation and they have tried to cure the effects of that deviation. So that is why I go back to this jurisprudence, which I call the curative jurisprudence of the Supreme Court of Pakistan. This jurisprudence has been invoked and applied by this court on numerous occasions, but I will be relying primarily on the Sindh High Court bar judgment of 2009, which is PLD 2009, Supreme Court 789. Then its further elaboration in Khurshid Bhinder's case, which is PLD 2010, Supreme Court 483. I will also be relying, these are pillars of our jurisprudence. There are numerous other judgments which have drawn inspiration from these seminal landmark judgments. So I will stay in the first instance with the seminal pillars of our jurisprudence. There is the case of Pir Sabir Shah, PLD 95, Supreme Court 66. These three cases I will submit cover an entire expanse of jurisprudence which is relevant to this case and which the majority as well as the two-member judgment or the two-judge judgment of Justices Mandokhel and Faiz Isa has adopted. There is not one word which goes beyond the expanse, the scope of what has been laid down in these judgments, and I will show that. No deviation, in fact, in the timelines laid down by the Constitution has been ordered. So reference to Article 254, I say with great respect, is irrelevant. Which constitutional timeline has been altered by the 8-member judgment? None. The 8-member judgment has not said, you shall now join some party. That limit is 3 days after the election. They've said, no, you will be recognized as always having been PTI, and then the Election Commission will grant reserved seats based on that recognition. So this
all were declared members of PTI, or some were declared
39 straight away, and for the remaining 41, which your Lordship has not recognized, but the 8-member has. All they've done is
41 option was given to them.
41 ko ye kaha gaya. Now these are 41 who had joined the SIC on the instructions of the chairman of the party. That instruction was issued, they had complied with that instruction, they had joined SIC, their names were contained in the lists of candidates issued by PTI much before the election on the 20th of January. So these are people like Ali Muhammad Khan sitting here, people like Shehryar Afridi, some of our most prominent members, known to everybody, and I'll come to that also, what judicial notice can be taken of well-known facts. So Ali Muhammad Khan is one of the 41. Shahryar Afridi is one of the
we know. Hamid Raza was also chairman of SIC. This is his prerogative. He can contest election independently, or he can contest an election from any other party or from his own party. So they opted to contest elections independently. उन्होंने लिखा है nomination paper में लिखा है.
13 confusion पैदा हो गई थी 22 दिसंबर की.
उन्होंने तो आज तक नहीं कहा. अजमल खान आज भी बैठे, उन्होंने नहीं कहा कि कंफ्यूजन.
You can take judicial notice of this, sir.
इन्होंने नहीं कहा. हम कैसे
मैं अर्ज करता हूं, मैं उस पे आता हूं. ठीक है सर, यही फर्क है ना आप में और 8 मेंबर में. This is the point of distinction. So I'll come to that. I'll address that. I respect my lord's view, but I submit this is the only point of distinction. The 8-member majority has taken note of certain events which your lordships have held, can be taken note of.
So there must be some material for
yes,
them.
And I will show what that material was. मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा ना.
Material पे सब.
जी मैं दिखाऊंगा क्या material था.
केस का सब्जेक्ट मैटर नहीं
है सर. है सर, मुझे आप एक्सप्लेन करने देना हुआ क्या है सर.
राजा साहब, you know the law कि what evidence can be
जी वो आती है, उस पे भी आएंगे जी. बिल्कुल.
कोई रिकॉर्ड वैसे आ जाए, कोई मांग
सर उस पे भी आती है ना सर. आती है, अभी आती है उस पे भी. Your lordships have laid down.
No admitted position was before the court.
Your lordships have laid down what is the material that can be taken into account. मैं अभी उस पे भी आ रहा हूँ. So these are important questions. What material can be taken into account by the High Court or the Supreme Court when exercising constitutional jurisdiction? मैं उस पे आऊंगा अभी. बिल्कुल उस पे बड़ा वाज़े केस लॉ है.
उसके लिए तो पहले उस शख्स को आना होगा जो ये
जरूरी नहीं है ना सर.
जरूरी है. वो ये कहेगा कि जनाब मैं मजबूर था, मुझ पे गन पॉइंट से मुझे लिया गया
सर. मैं
या कोई और वजह थी, वो आके कहेगा, देन हिज स्टेटमेंट विल बी सपोर्टेड बाय.
पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है ये 8 मेंबर का थोड़ा इससे मुख्तलिफ था. मैं अर्ज करता हूं ना क्यों मुख्तलिफ था. आई रिस्पेक्ट माय लॉर्ड्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, बट द 8 members have taken a slightly different view. Not very different, but a slightly different. मैं एक्सप्लेन करता हूं. आपका व्यू ये था कि वो खुद आते और एफिडेविट फाइल करते हमारे सामने.
सपोर्टेड डॉक्यूमेंट होता है.
आपका ये व्यू था. 8 मेंबर का व्यू उससे मुख्तलिफ था. मैं उस पे आऊंगा कि उनका व्यू क्या था.
माइनॉरिटी ये था कि जो उसे ज्वाइन कर सके वो अनडिस्प्यूटेड है. किसी ने आज तक उसको डिस्प्यूट आज तक इवन टिल टुडे नहीं किया कि दे ज्वाइन इंडिपेंडेंटली टू द SIC.
सर मैं अर्ज करता हूँ सर यही नहीं
कहीं पर नहीं
किया ना डिस्प्यूट. सर मुझे अर्ज करने सर मुझे अर्ज करने दें. देखें आप बैठे हैं, यू आर सिटिंग हियर टू ग्रांट रिलीफ नॉट टू PTI but to the people of Pakistan. Sir, मुझे सुन लीजिए सर. मुझे अर्ज करने दें ना सर.
Any party.
Sir, no
it is a decision under the constitution.
No sir, it is for the people
of the constitution.
सर ये तो आपका व्यू है ना. 8 member ने कहा है कि हम people of Pakistan.
That is under challenge.
So that is why we'll see whether that is a decision or a view that should be reviewed or can be reviewed.
ये बात बता दें.
आपने भी ये कहा है, मंजूर खैल साहब ने भी
ये बात बता दें. बात देखिए, इलेक्शन मैटर्स है जी. शुरू होते हैं नॉमिनेशन पेपर से. इज देयर एनी लॉ कि हम ये जो नॉमिनेशन पेपर है उसको हम एक्सेप्ट ना करें? क्या रीजन है? व्हाई शुड वी शुड नॉट एक्सेप्ट? यही तो हमने कहा है कि हमें
मुझे अर्ज करने देना.
नॉमिनेशन पेपर एज इट इज एक्सेप्ट करने हैं.
सर अगर तो सिचुएशन नॉर्मल होती, ये सिचुएशन ना पैदा हुई होती, दैट इज व्हाई आई एम सेइंग this is a novel situation. Never before in the history of Pakistan was this explanation to Rule 94 or something similar to it invoked in order to de-recognize a political party. ये चीज foundational है to this case. अगर ये ना हुआ होता तो everything would have moved smoothly. PTI would have been recognized as a party. There would have been no need to join. So ये है वो deviation.
बार-बार कहा कि उन proceedings को आप at your own choice या compulsion जो कुछ भी है वो आप नहीं लाए. यार
सुन ले मुझे.
जहां तक लाए, ऑफिस तक लाए, that's all.
सर आप मुझे पूरी सुन लेंगे तो फिर आप बात वाज़ेह. सर ये फैक्ट्स मुझे वाज़ेह करने दें कि लाना क्या होता है. What is it to bring something to the attention of the Supreme Court of Pakistan? I will deal with all of that. And the majority and the 2-member judgment has dealt with it. अब आपके सामने इशू सिर्फ ये है कि have they done something, these 10 judges, which falls within the scope of the review jurisdiction of this court. Review jurisdiction, मैं अभी आऊंगा कि इन्होंने क्या किया है.
In which context you refer to the curative writ?
So the curative मैं ये अर्ज कर रहा हूं that the explanation to Rule 94 had started a chain of events which resulted in a constitutional deviation. That explanation itself was a deviation, as your lordships have now accepted.
But there is no concept in Pakistan, in our constitution, curative writ. It is
नहीं, मैं तो एक
in India the curative writ can be filed.
नहीं, curative writ नहीं मैं कह रहा. I have not called it a curative writ. I have said it's just a phrase I've used. Nothing much hangs on it. I'm saying
curing of defects. You mean to say?
I'm saying when a deviation takes place, as took place on the 3rd of November,
judicial review कर सकते हैं.
आप उसको क्योर करने की कोशिश करते हैं.
Through judicial review.
जी, आप उसको मामले को वापस लाने की कोशिश करते हैं. 3rd नवंबर के बाद आपने क्या किया? जब आप बैठे सिंध हाई कोर्ट के केस में, यू पास्ड सर्टेन ऑर्डर्स व्हिच अदरवाइज वुड नॉट हैव बीन पास्ड. आपने कहा ये जो ऑर्डिनेंस जारी हुए थे 2007 में, वी विल रिकॉग्नाइज देम एज हैविंग रिटेन्ड फोर्स टिल दिस डे. ऑर्डिनेंस की तो 90 दिन या 120 दिन मुद्दत होती है. आपने कहा चूंकि ये हो गया है एक अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल डिस्पेंसेशन के तहत, दीज ऑर्डिनेंस हैव बीन गिवन इफेक्ट फॉर दिस पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, तो चलें हम इसको रिकॉग्नाइज करते हैं, लेकिन हम आज से फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ आवर ऑर्डर पार्लियामेंट को देते हैं 90 days or 120 days in order to ratify these or not ratify these ordinances with retrospective effect. Now, where did that power come from to keep those ordinances alive beyond the constitutional limit of 90 days or 120 days, and to say that within 4 months Parliament may ratify them with retrospective effect if it so chooses? So, ये आपने एक framework बना के दिया. कौन को दिया? Because there's no law which gives you that power expressly कि अगर कोई ordinance कोई जनरल साहब बढ़ा दे उसकी मुद्दत through some illegal emergency, तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ये करेगा. कोई ऐसा कानून नहीं है.
Under the doctrine of post facto approval.
Yes, so this is a doctrine to cure a defect that has taken place, a deviation that has occurred. So इसीलिए मैंने अर्ज किया कि आप पीछे गए 1955 में अनलॉफुल डिसोल्यूशन ऑफ असेंबली थी, पूरा होलसेल एक वैक्यूम पैदा हो गया लेजिस्लेशन का बिकॉज ऑफ द तमीजुद्दीन जजमेंट. आपने गवर्नर जनरल रेफरेंस 1 of 55 में एक मैकेनिज्म दिया कि हाँ ये सिचुएशन पैदा हो गई है, इसको आप ऐसे डील करो, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल कन्वेंशन बुलाओ. ये कहाँ था, किस कानून में लिखा था कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल कन्वेंशन बुलाने का हुक्म देगी या उसको रेटिफाई करेगी सुप्रीम कोर्ट? सो जब एक सिचुएशन पैदा हो,
आपका पॉइंट ये है कि इन प्रोसीडिंग में 185(3) में
184(3) भी आता है, 187 भी आता है, और ये बार बार आपने इन्वोक किया है. इसी तरह
लेकिन मेरा व्यू जरा चेंज था जी. मैंने जो कहा इट्स कंटिन्यूएशन ऑफ ट्रायल, वो मेन मकसद ये था कि 199 में हाई कोर्ट को रेक्टिफाई करना चाहिए था, जो कि उन्होंने नहीं किया. दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव करेक्टेड.
नो बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हैं सर. मैं
बात सिर्फ उस हद तक है कि
मेरी तो ये गुजारिश है कि 184 में अगर हम ना भी जाएं, 199 1C में भी ये ताकत हासिल थी. And I will be coming to the Balochistan High Court judgment, which has built on the 2009 Supreme Court HRCP judgment, कि सारा कुछ हाई कोर्ट भी कर सकता था in its 199 jurisdiction. लेकिन जो कुछ हाई कोर्ट कर सकता था उससे बहुत ज्यादा आप कर सकते हैं in 185(3) read with 184(3) and 1